What if the reason you feel tired, cold, foggy, and stuck is not your motivation, but a tiny gland in your neck that quietly controls the speed of your whole body? I am Dr. Vitas, and this is Xenovitas, where we explore longevity, anti-aging, and biohacking. Today you will understand what the thyroid does, why it can slow down silently, and how to support it in realistic ways that actually make sense. The body's metabolism dial. Your thyroid is a small gland at the front of your neck, but its effect is huge. It helps control metabolism, which is the speed at which your body produces energy and uses fuel. In simple terms, it influences how fast or how slowly many systems in your body operate. When thyroid function is balanced, your cells produce energy more efficiently. Your body temperature stays more stable. Your digestion tends to move normally. Your brain often feels clearer, and your mood tends to feel more steady. When thyroid function slows down, many systems feel slower too. You may not notice it all at once, but over time, the whole body can begin to feel as if it is moving through heavier air. How the thyroid system works. The thyroid does not work alone. It is part of a chain. Your brain sends signals to a gland called the pituitary. The pituitary then sends a message to the thyroid telling it to produce more or less hormone. The thyroid mainly releases one hormone that works more like a storage form. Your body then converts much of it into a more active form in tissues like the liver, the gut, and other parts of the body. This system is always adjusting. When enough hormone is present, the brain reduces the signal. When there is not enough, the brain increases it. So when the thyroid is off balance, the problem is not always only in the gland itself. Sometimes the whole communication system around it is involved. The symptoms people ignore. Many people live with signs of thyroid imbalance for years without realizing it. They feel tired even after sleep. They feel colder than others. Their skin becomes dry. Their hair may thin. Their digestion slows. They gain weight more easily, even when they eat roughly the same. They may also feel low mood, low drive, and mental fog. The problem is that these symptoms look like modern life. Stress, poor sleep, poor diet, and long work hours can create similar feelings. So people normalize it. They think this is just age, just stress, or just the price of being busy. That is one reason thyroid issues are so often missed at the beginning. The symptoms are real, but they are easy to explain away. When the system slows down. When thyroid function becomes low, the whole body can feel as if it is running in slow motion. Energy production drops. Recovery becomes slower. Fat gain becomes easier. Mood can flatten. The brain may feel less sharp. Even simple daily tasks can begin to feel heavier than they used to. Many people think this is simply aging. But aging is not only time passing. Aging is also about energy production, repair, resilience, and hormonal stability. If the thyroid is underperforming, you may feel older than your age, not because your calendar says so, but because your body is not operating with the same efficiency. This is why thyroid health matters in any serious discussion about healthy aging and long-term function. Why the thyroid can go off balance. The thyroid can slow down for several reasons. One common reason is the immune system. Sometimes it mistakenly targets thyroid tissue over time, which can reduce hormone production. Another reason is chronic stress. Stress changes how the brain communicates with hormone systems. It also affects sleep, appetite, inflammation, and recovery. Over time, all of this can push thyroid function in the wrong direction. Nutrition matters too. The thyroid needs specific raw materials to build hormones. If the body lacks them, the system can struggle. Medication, inflammation, gut problems, and other hormone imbalances can also play a role. So when the thyroid is off, the answer is not always simple. The gland may be small, but the number of influences around it is very large. Nutrients that matter. The thyroid needs iodine to build thyroid hormones. It also needs selenium, which helps protect thyroid tissue and supports the conversion into the more active hormone form. Iron matters too, because low iron can affect oxygen use, energy, and thyroid function. Zinc also plays a supporting role. The key idea is simple. If the body is missing building blocks, the thyroid may struggle even if other things look normal. But more is not always better. Randomly taking large amounts of thyroid-related supplements is not a smart strategy. Too much iodine, for example, can make problems worse in some people. This is why support should be thoughtful, not impulsive. The goal is not to flood the body with supplements. The goal is to give it what it truly needs: stress, gut health, and blood sugar. Your thyroid does not live in isolation. Stress affects it. Poor sleep affects it. Gut health affects it. Blood sugar instability affects it. Part of thyroid hormone conversion happens in the gut. So inflammation, microbiome imbalance, infections, and digestive issues can influence how well thyroid hormones become active in the body. Blood sugar swings also matter. If blood sugar rises and falls too sharply, the body uses more stress hormones to compensate. That can intensify fatigue, cravings, anxiety, and the wired but tired feeling many people know well. This is one reason thyroid symptoms often feel worse when daily rhythms are unstable. A person may focus only on the thyroid gland, but the deeper issue may also involve stress load, poor sleep, and unstable eating patterns. The thyroid is not only about the gland itself, it is about the whole metabolic environment around it. The most common mistake is trying to force energy instead of restoring function. People push more caffeine, more sugary snacks, or harder workouts while already exhausted. That may create a short boost, but it can make the deeper problem worse. A slower thyroid system usually needs steadier inputs, not more pressure. It often responds better to stable sleep, calmer routines, real food, and less stress than to a cycle of stimulation and crash. Another mistake is trying random thyroid boosters without knowing what is actually going on. Many products promise fast results, but the thyroid is not a machine with one button. If something claims to fix your thyroid in a week, that is usually marketing, not medicine. Practical support that makes sense. Start with sleep. Weak sleep weakens hormone systems. Then focus on protein and nutrient density. Many people eat enough calories but still miss important nutrients. Choose foods that naturally contain iodine and selenium. If you use salt, choose one that contains iodine. Seafood, eggs, and whole foods can help support the system. Also reduce stress where possible. Walking, daylight, calmer evenings, fewer screens late at night, and more consistent sleep times can make a real difference. These are not dramatic changes, but they are often the ones that matter most. The thyroid usually responds better to consistency than to extremes. Small, stable improvements repeated over time are often more powerful than short bursts of perfect behavior. When testing matters. If symptoms persist, testing matters. If you have ongoing fatigue, unexplained weight changes, cold intolerance, a racing heart, tremors, or a neck that feels enlarged, those are reasons to seek medical evaluation. Thyroid hormones can be measured in blood, and the pattern can help show whether the thyroid is underactive, whether the immune system may be involved, or whether hormone conversion may be impaired. You do not need to guess. If your body is not functioning normally, it is rational to test. That does not mean every symptom is caused by the thyroid, but it does mean the thyroid deserves proper attention when the pattern fits. Clarity is always better than assumption. If this video helped you understand that thyroid health is not about motivation, but about the body's metabolism dial, please give it a like, share it with someone who may need this information, and subscribe to Xenovitas. In the comments, tell me one thyroid-related symptom you want to improve first. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.